is NRI Samay program from Los Angeles, brought to you commercial free by listeners like you. Your generous donations make possible for us to stay commercial free, and today's show is pre-recorded. If you have a question for the guest, please send an email to nrisamay@gmail.com. We will follow up with the guest and find the answer for you. Thank you for your support.
Hello friends, welcome back to NRI Samay. I am your today's host, Srikanth Kocharlakota from Los Angeles, United States. The recent case of two Dalit girls in Badon who were gang raped has caused outrage, anger, and for the first time raised an unexpected but pressing issue, the lack of toilets. The pressing issue for the first time, is that really true? Now recently a top Uttar Pradesh police officer said that a majority of rapes in rural areas of the state have occurred when the victims had gone out in the open to answer nature's call. According to the National Crime Records Bureau, Uttar Pradesh is at the 22nd place as far as crime is concerned. And here, top 10 rapes are reported every day on an average, of which 60 to 65% took place when women went to attend nature's call in the open. So 2013 BBC report says most of the cases of rape of women and girls in India, in India's Bihar state, occur when they go out to defecate in the open. Did we learn anything from these articles in 2013, 2012, 2011? Forget about the year 2013, right? Did something change significantly after the 2012 gang rape episode and slew of measures that the government promised? Okay, put the problems aside. What is the solution? Build toilets first and temples later. This is the famous electioneering slogan by Narendra Modi that brought some attention to the problem of toilets. A similar comment on toilets from the Union Rural Development Minister, Jairam Ramesh, that the country needs more toilets than temples also was something that we have heard. Now joining me now is Bhindeshwar Pathak ji from Kolkata, an Indian sociologist, a sanitation innovation and a founder of innovator and a founder of Sulabh International, an India-based social service organization that works to promote human rights, environmental sanitation, non-conventional sources of energy, waste management, and social reforms through education. Sulabh needs no introduction. Every person in the country knows what Sulabh is all about. 40 years of relentless effort in this field. So founder of Sulabh sanitation movement is Bhindeshwar Pathak ji, and he said that he recently wrote a letter to the Prime Minister explaining how rapes could be controlled by building toilets for women who make themselves vulnerable to attacks by defecating in the open. Bhindeshwar ji, thank you so much for joining and welcome to the program, sir.
No, thank you for giving opportunity to talk to you and all others.
Great pleasure, sir. It's been more than 40 years of your relentless efforts. It's an honor for us to talk to you. Sir.
Thank you.
Sir, my first question to you is, what are the contents of your letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, sir?
No, I have not written. I have to write the letter.
Okay. So what do you plan to write, sir?
Actually, I am going to write him that technology, Sulabh technology, which I invented myself in the year 1968, that technology is appropriate, affordable, indigenous, and culturally acceptable.
Right.
And also this technology has been featured as one of the 5 inventions of the world by BBC Horizon. So technology-wise, we have in India, but how to implement and how things can improve. People can have toilets in their houses. So I'm going to write in a letter, one by one, that technology is already there. Sulabh itself has installed about 1.3 million toilets in houses. So that way, technology is there, but how to go about? And the first thing is, for rural areas especially, that at least 5 persons should be, young boys and girls should be trained by each block. We have about 8,000 blocks in India. So 40,000 boys and girls should be trained at the earliest to work as a motivators and missionaries of sanitation. And also the masons, because they do not know about the technology. So they have to be trained on larger scale. Secondly, bank alone only can help them, because the amount which is in the budget is not adequate enough to meet the demands, and the procedures for passing on money from central to a state to districts to panchayat, so for some process, it takes years to trickle down. So what I'm going to suggest, that allow banks to give loans to build their toilets, and water subsidy Government of India wants to give, you can pass on to banks. Suppose I take $400 to build a toilet as a loan, and Government of India gives 200 as subsidy, so that this amount should go to banks, so that my loan can be reduced to $200. So that can be more helpful than any other procedure. And also, that is most important, that government should work as a resource mobilizer, resource mobilization, monitoring and supervision should be the government. NGO should be involved on larger scale. And this should work as a motivator, catalytic agent to make aware, motivation, education, communication, training, implementation, maintenance and follow-up. These works have to be done by the NGOs. So I am going to write one by one how India can achieve free from defecation open in 5 years.
Right. Absolutely. Sir, you mentioned about Sulabh technology. Not to take a lot of the time, but can you explain a little bit what is this Sulabh technology, sir? How is it different?
There are two technologies. One is for the household, one for public places. So household, there are two pits. And in the pit, the ground is soil waste, not concrete. And the holes in the wall. So one pit is used at a time, other is kept standby. When the first one is full, switch over to another one, and the first one after 2 years, it becomes manure fertilizer. So the human scavengers are not required to clean the pits. So this is the water requirement is just 1 liter to flush compared to conventional ones 10 liters. And the gases are absorbed and water, both are absorbed in the soil. So this is one technology. And other one we have is the connection of a public toilet to a biogas digester, where the gases are produced. And the gas is used for burning lamp, cooking food, warming bodies during winter season, and also convert into energy. And the biogas is earlier it was 80% biogas, 20% diesel. Now it is 100% biogas. And the water discharge through ultraviolet rays. So it is called technical term biochemical oxygen demand. It is less than 10. And the Government of India standard is 30. So the present Prime Minister wants to clean Ganga, and only Sulabh technology can help to clean Ganga, because the water is so pure. You can use it for household purposes, and if you discharge river bodies, there is no chance of pollution. So these are two technologies have been featured by BBC World as one of the 5 inventions of the world.
Wonderful, sir. So you also brought up these conversations of how banks can basically streamline this process of dissipating money to people to construct toilets. Sir, I want to understand this. Sulabh has been working for almost 68 means we have almost worked 44 years on this issue, and everyone knows what Sulabh is all about. I want to understand, sir, what did these governments do since this 44 years after you started this Sulabh movement, and even after independence? 10 years of UPA government, what was the budgeting, and how did they really help alleviate this problem, or is it the same thing?
Actually, I don't want to say anything about any government or any people, but they could not formulate the national policy how to stop defecation in the open and manual cleaning by human scavengers. So they put some money in the budget, passed on to the state governments, but nobody took it seriously. Like in 86, when I invented two-pitch technology in 68, in 86, the government of India adopted one-pit latrine, and that continued till 2008. So they got constructed about 54 million toilets, and all became dysfunctional. So the national policy was not framed. So I hope the new government can. So because of that, nobody took interest, and I cannot say nobody took interest, but they took interest, but not seriously, and the way it should have. So by now, when I say in 5 years it can be done, so by now it should have been over. So therefore, national policy not framed properly, and therefore this is to today.
Sir,
and just see the serious case in the Badayu. What happened?
Yes.
So lack of toilets, now even today, you just see, if it's very interesting, if you have time.
Yes. Please go ahead,
sir. Suppose even Badayu, such a heinous crime has been committed because of lack of toilets.
Right.
Everybody went there, shed their tears or felt sympathy for the family. But nobody said, okay, to prevent future occurrence, we'll build toilet at the earliest. So I thought I should start building toilets. So we have started building toilets right now, and there are 406 families. So we have started now. Being an NGO, when I can take this initiative immediately, why not the government, the central government or state government can take this type of initiative? So there's a lack of initiative on part of the government. They say, no, it's good, I should do it, and they feel very sympathy. They feel it necessary, but when the implemented side, very slow.
Right. Sir, when you bring up this conversation, because a country is huge, and the governance model is very centralized, it is not decentralized. They take up initiatives, bring it to the state gives it to some districts, and then implementation-wise we are faltering. So my question to you is, we have, in the past decade or so, we outgrew as far as the IT sector, and also, the way we have progressed in the GDP and other things. We do have philanthropists and also companies who have excelled very well, who are doing good work as far as education and sanitation is concerned. What was Sulabh's approach towards reaching out to philanthropists and all of these people from the corporate sector who can really pitch in and then take this to a next level? How does that work, sir?
No, actually, I confess that I committed mistake not to take help from the corporate sector or the people who have money. Just Sulabh, I started from $10, and then gradually I went on, and now we have a budget of $60 million. And whatever we save, we spent on our own sanitation, the widow of Vrindavan, the untouchables, so on and so forth. So it was my fault that I could not go to people who have money. Now we are planning that we have 690 districts in India. And if 1 billionaire, those who have money, they can give 2 billion for one district. So we will have money for 60-90 districts, and I will make a developed India. I will get alternative development apart from the government development, and I will make India as a beautiful country. And these problems of sanitation, untouchability, widowhood, disabled, sex workers, beggars, lepers, all will go from the country. So I'm planning now, till now I did not take money, a single farthing from anybody because I had different idea not to take money from others. So, but it has a plus also, it has a minus also.
Very true. Yes, sir. Every initiative will have plus and minuses. Sir, my other thing is that we know already that Sulabh's team swung into action and they're right turned down in Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah.
So, can you explain a little bit in this past, I think the work has started and it's been 3 or 4 days that the team is actively working there. So can you give us a little bit insights on what is your team doing there at the ground right now, sir?
Actually, the next day of occurrence, I sent my team there to assess how many houses have no toilets. I was knowing that only 106 houses had not. But now we have found 406 houses have no toilets. And we have designed everything, so we started building toilets. At present, 25 toilets already in the construction process. And so now we have put more people there and they have started. And within 3 months I was planning to build all toilets there. So that way, and we are getting support from the people also. They like it because on the newspapers and also they have accepted it and appreciated it. So that way, it is good. In India, the most important thing is that the journalists, the media, the TVs, they are playing a very important role in social transformation of the Indian society because they are trying to bring out the problems on forefront of the government, of the society, of the people. And therefore, because of their help, certainly we are trying to do to the people. But the most important is that I think in Badaयूं, this incident took place. I think within 3 months we'll provide all the toilets, and because of absence of toilets, no rape should happen in future, I believe.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And also, thank you very much for taking this initiative and you showing the path for everyone to pitch in and then contribute. So let me come over and then take these questions from all of our friends who have asked some questions, sir. We have Mohammad Salim Padin Harkara from Canada, sir. He's asking a question. How long does it take to build a toilet?
Till up to superstructure, it takes 15 days to complete. And you can, after 15 days, you can start using the toilet.
Okay,
so I can say 15 days.
Right. So when you say about superstructure, what is that superstructure, sir?
Either the house, which you sit and defecate, the platform with a house, where you go inside and you defecate. Because there are 2 tanks, and they are not platform, and superstructure means the building.
Right.
So that is required.
Okay. Yeah. So, sir, we have a follow-up to that. We have Jagdish Ballari from Bangalore. So his question is, Bhindeshwar ji, may I know the cost per each toilet?
The cost of the toilet has been designed in such a way that poorest of the poor, middle class, and high income group all can have toilets. So minimum cost is $20. What you can do in $20? You can have 6 bamboo sticks, gunny bag, platform to be constructed by the soil, 1 inch cement plaster, pan and water seal can be constructed on a site itself, 2 pit. So both have with a coal tar drum and 3 big layer and 2 stone slab to cover. And this will cost only $10 to $20. Again, you go up, then maybe $100 you can have a toilet, then 150, 200, 300, 400, 500. So we have designed like from $10 to $20 to up to $1,000. So it depends upon the economy of the family or the person who want to have a toilet. And everybody can have toilet. as per choice. The technology remains the same. Only the building materials differ, and also the period of cleaning. Minimum period of cleaning is 5 years to 4 to 5 years, and then 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and maximum 40 years. So if you get built toilets today, it will need cleaning up to 40 years, minimum 5 years. They don't give choice. So technology will remain the same, only the building materials differ and the period of cleaning.
Right. So, sir, we have a follow-up question to that coming through. Sir, I want to motivate my friends to build at least a toilet and then be a part of the solution.
Of course, you can tell them that at least they can contribute.
Yes.
One toilet in the Budao village.
Yes. So his question is, sir, I wanted to convince my friends, and then we all want to become part of at least the solution. We want to become a part of the solution. I'll be more than happy if I can get to know that I've constructed at least one toilet and become a solution to this problem in Badon. Sir, how much should I ask, should be the amount that I should collect from my friends and then give if I want to focus on one toilet? This is the first time I'm taking up any initiative in my life. I want to make this happen.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that $20 and $50, $100, they can be constructed by the beneficiaries themselves. But by an agency has to construct. So the minimum cost should be $600 to $1,000. And that will be permanent. It will last for 100 years. And if you contribute like this, it's better. But if you want to go below, maximum $500 can work. But it's $600 to $1,000 will be better. But if the beneficiaries have to get built, then they can, in lower price also, they can have it.
Okay. Sir, can you elaborate this little bit? So, beneficiary constructing the toilet, what is that concept, sir?
Actually, what happens that the materials collected by beneficiaries and toilet built by mason, no complaints.
Right.
But the moment it is built by NGO and some agency, so we have to give guarantee. We give guarantee if we have that something goes wrong. In 2 years, the agency rectifies free of cost. So there the agency has to be a little careful about the materials and the construction. But so if the beneficiary want themselves, any price they can take and they can get the toilets built. But agency, I would recommend any agency to construct a toilet not less than $500. It should be $600 to $1,000.
Right.
Then they can give guarantee. There is a guarantee. Something goes wrong, they can rectify free of cost.
Right. So, sir, Bhindeshwar ji, can I get pictures of the construction of these toilets so that I can show it to my friends and motivate them further to share and spread it on Facebook so that more people will come forward? Is that possible that we can have access to ground volunteers who are working at Badaun and get some pictures from the site?
Today or the next day?
No, eventually. He just wanted some pictures looks like so that he can show it to his friends that whatever he has contributed, the work is actually happening on the ground.
But I'm not in Badai route now.
Not from you, sir, from your team.
From my team can do, but certainly I'm not expert like this. Badai is not a very developed place. So
right.
If you ask me the other time, I can manage for you.
Absolutely.
But not right now.
Yeah.
Not right.
Yeah. Sir,
other day certainly I can show you the place at the Badai and how toilets are being built and what is the situation there and the place of occurrence also. This all you can see. I can manage for you.
Wonderful.
Hello?
Wonderful. Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, we have again Mohammad Salim Padin Harkara from Canada. His question is, in most villages there is no central sewer system. So how does Sulabh's toilets dispose the waste?
The sewerage system is not required here because drainage is not required. This is the technology which I invented, and this is a paradigm shift from centralized treatment to decentralized treatment. So only 3 continents, Europe, America and Australia, they have developed the sewage system on larger scale. But Africa, Asia, Latin America could not do. And I'm referring to India. The first sewer was laid in India in 1870 and in Calcutta, now they say Kolkata. And after 144 years, out of 7,955 towns and cities, only 160 towns and cities have sewage system with 270 sewage treatment plants. So by this technology, India cannot help to end the practice of open defecation or manual cleaning. So in my technology, drainage is not required. There are 2 pits and human skater goes with gradients into 1 pit. You can use for 3, 4, 5 years, then switch over to another one. And after 2 years, the first one becomes manure, the fertilizer, and then you can take it and use it in the field. It contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So that way, this is good fertilizer. So drainage and sewage is not required in this system. This is the beauty of it.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Sir, we have Manjari Dutt Rana from Los Angeles. She has 2 questions, sir. The first question that she has is, will they be building community toilets or in individual houses? If they are community toilets, will there be different ones for Dalit women and different for upper caste? I know that in some villages, up till few years ago, even upper caste women had to go to fields for their daily needs. If they are community ones, then who is responsible for keeping them clean? What happens when a toilet does not function properly, or has it ever happened? Do they have a maintenance team at Sulabh International?
We have. Actually, I gave this idea of construction and maintenance of public toilets on pay and use basis. I started from Patna, Bihar, the place which I belong. Before me, in 1878, the British government passed an act to maintain public toilets on pay and use basis. It could not work. So after lapse of 96 years, I gave this idea to the nation. It is working very well. Everywhere is going. And we have built also in Afghanistan, the Kabul, in the War Torn Nation. Now, this system is working very well in this country. But in the rural areas, we prefer to build toilets in houses only because it's difficult to maintain in rural areas, especially in villages. If there are some bus stops or near Delhi market, then you can have public toilets because you can get money for the maintenance. But if it's only village, I would suggest to have, or that same money, you can have toilets in each every house, and that can be maintained without any burden on public exchequer or anybody. So my suggestion would be that if you want to get built toilets in rural areas, then better you have to have individual toilets. But now the government of India has a plan to provide toilets in rural areas, and they will give cost of maintenance also. But that too for 7 years or 10 years. And what is most important to take into account, that in village, the stratification is such that one area Dalits, one Brahmin area, one Thakur area, one other area. So one community toilet cannot serve the purpose of all the communities in a village. So you will have to have one public toilet in one community, other in other one. So if there are 5 or 6 communities, you will need 5 or 6 public toilets. And that too, for maintenance, you have to mobilize resources for that. So I always suggest better to have individual toilets.
Wonderful. Sir, Manjari Dutt Rana from Los Angeles has got another question. Are these toilets only what is referred to as Indian style or Western style also? Since older men and women, especially the ones with arthritis, may not be able to benefit from the Indian style toilets.
No, we have both. the Indian style and the Western style, because those who are aged and they have little put on weight, so they cannot manage in the Indian style. So we have both, provisions of both, the Western style and also the Indian style.
And that is a strategy you follow even in Badaun village, that the work is right now in progress, sir? Is this how it works?
Yes, actually there also we are asking them that whether you want this one, but in village perhaps they want skirting type. But certainly we'll also ask them, those families who would like to have the Western style toilet, we provide them.
Right. Sir, would there be a cost?
Now in India also now, this tendency is increasing to use this Western style.
Right. So the follow-up question to that is, would the cost for Western toilet increase than the Indian style toilet?
It is very little, just say to $20 you can say maximum.
Okay. Sir, we do have Shilpa Deshpande from Seattle, Washington, and her question is, I wish to get an update from Bhindeshwar Pathak ji as to how much help is needed for this project at Badaun, so that we can all spread the news and collect funds.
Actually, the cost of construction at present, it is about $600, which we are building from our own fund. So when I started, it was 106 toilets to be built. Now we got surveyed, and 406 houses needs toilets. Maybe some other school also, and some Panchayat Bhavan also. So altogether 406 houses need toilets right now. So if they want to contribute, they can contribute from $600 to $1,000 for building toilets. If they want to say join, one person cannot afford to give $1,000 or $600, they can give little, and say suppose 3 persons can give $600 or 600 persons can give $100. It depends upon them how much money they have and how much they want to contribute. At least one toilet they should contribute if they like.
Wonderful. Sir, we do have Kumar Shastri from Hyderabad. His question is, because we're talking about the government authorities and Gram Panchayats. So his question is the Sulabh team facing any inconvenience from the municipal government authorities, Gram Panchayats, while executing these programs? Actually, these authorities do not cooperate nor participate in such activities. How true is this, sir? Kumar Shastri is asking this question.
For Sulabh, there is no problem. Because apart from technology and methodology, we have developed a system where we work in close cooperation and collaboration of the municipalities, corporation and government agencies, government organizations. So for Sulabh, there is no problem, because what we feel that if you ask me any question, I will have to convince you. I cannot say you have not understood. I have to say I failed to convince you. And that helps Sulabh. That so far I can tell you that out of my whole career of 46 or 48 years, only 4 or 5 officers must have differed with us. And all are helping, all officials, engineers, even the politicians and political parties, all are helping Sulabh movement because they think this is a very good work the organization is doing. So I hope if the NGO, it has credential, if you have time, then I can tell you one thing, that the Supreme Court of India, hearing a public interest litigation about the widows of Vrindavan, they had no food to eat, no medicine, and the worst part was that after death, dead body used to be chopped off and thrown in the river Yamuna without proper cremation. And there, the parties are Government of India and UP government, and lo and behold, the judges from Supreme Court, they asked the National Legal Service Authorities called NALSA to inquire whether Sulabh can feed these women. Can you imagine? This type of faith These are faith of the Supreme Court of India. So NGO, those who want help from the government, local bodies, municipal committees, so if they have own credential, then they will have no problem. But if they have no credential themselves, certainly they'll have to face problems.
Right. Sir, we have a question from Mohammad Salim Padin Harkara from Canada. His question is, are there any statistics available on how many public schools are there without toilets?
Actually, total public schools in India are 1.2 million. And out of that, if say 60% have no toilets, only 40% still have now. So now, but the government is trying to provide toilets in all the schools. But for the present, if you ask me, only 40% of schools have toilets. Rest they don't have, or if they have, they are very dirty, not usable.
Wow. Sir, Bhindeshwar Pathak ji, I really thank you for being really patient and taking all the questions.
Thank you.
All the questions. And sir, phenomenal work. I sincerely appeal to all the people who are listening to this show to come forward, do your little bit, collaborate with friends, and the amount that it takes to construct one toilet would be around $600 to $1,000. So it's not about one person donating this. It could be a bunch of people, group of people, friends collectively coming together to construct one toilet. And if you need help, you can reach out to Sulabh's team and also to Bhindeshwar Pathak ji directly. And sir, if one wants to reach out to you and then have more questions answered and also wants to get route on how they can donate money or how they can reach out to Sulabh, what do they do, sir?
Actually, there are two personal numbers I have open around the clock. So my one number is the Indian number. You can connect from the country. Okay. 999999829999. It's one number. Okay. I repeat, 9999829999. Okay. And the other one is 9999427777. So I repeat, 9999427777. That these two numbers, they can ring me anytime, and then we can have dialogue. If they want the number, bank account number, other details, certainly I will be happy to send them. One thing, I would compliment them for asking questions. Money is not very important. The important is the emotional support from all over the world that India should have toilets at the earliest. Whatever little money they can contribute, they should. But apart from that, they should come forward to tell to this the people who govern this country that look, India should live a life of civilized society, and the open defecation and human scavenging should go from this country at the earliest. So they can build pressure to the Indian government, to the Indian people, and they can cooperate and to achieve the target and solution of the problems.
Absolutely, sir. Bhindeshwar ji, thank you very much for your time today, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So friends, as you have listened to Bhindeshwar ji, nothing much to say about Sulabh. Everyone knows what Sulabh is all about. 1.3 million toilets constructed in houses. And staggering numbers, an NGO which has worked for almost 45 years in this field and have taken the ownership of bringing up clean sanitation to our country and to the people of the country, people living in rural villages. And after the recent case of these two Dalit girls in Badaun who were gang raped, and that has caused outrage, anger, and for the first time raised an unexpected and pressing issue. It's not unexpected though, a pressing issue, the lack of toilets. And you have heard from Bhindeshwar Pathak ji firsthand on what is needed and how each one of us can become a solution to this impending problem even after 67 years of independence. And it's not now, it's been reports. There has been a BBC report in 2013, a gang rape in 2012, and earlier episodes have also highlighted this issue of lack of toilets. So if you want to reach out to Sulabh and then help in this endeavor, we can start off from this village of Badaun in Uttar Pradesh, start helping and also reaching out to Sulabh team. The numbers were already given by Bhindeshwarji. I repeat those numbers: 9999 829999, 9999 427777. Pick up the phone, start a conversation, have a dialogue, as Bhindeshwarji mentioned, and then ask them how we can help. It's not about also money that Bhindeshwarji was mentioning. It's about the emotional support that we can all extend from people around the world, and also putting pressure on the government. We cannot call it a pressure. It's all our own people, our own governance. We can highlight this issue, say that this is a top priority of our nation, and also bring up these statistics to every one of your friends, telling them that 1.2 million schools are there in our country right now, and as Bhindeshwarji mentioned, that 60% of these schools do not have toilets. Only 40% of the schools have toilets, and also the 40% of schools having toilets, as Sir mentioned right now in the show, that they are almost in a very bad shape and an unusable state. It's just that those toilets exist in those schools. So each one of you can help. You can reach out, you can talk to us, you can also call us at nrisamay@gmail.com. You can call us on different numbers. We do have NRI Samay Skype. Call us on Skype, and we can help you connect to Bhindeshwarji as much as you can directly reach out to Bhindeshwarji on this. Sulabh International has been brilliance reloaded. Please do reach out to us. Thank you very much for listening to this show, friends. Appreciate all your time. And right now, after you listen to this show, pick up your phone, have a dialogue with Sulabh International. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.